Hey, welcome back to my series on the redstone. We're going to be going through a little more comparator logic. We just finished up the copper series. We're going to go to iron. It's going to be memory. Mostly comparator that we can make. I mean, we already looked at and, or, both, gates, whatever they're called. But let's make some more words. So, a comparator itself is split up into two. We got the gate option and the subtract option. So if we're set at 1, whoa, let's see how that works out. So we have 1 coming in, and we have it acting as the number this has to gate through. So this can come through because they're both set at 1. So this is saying 1 cannot pass unless whatever's next to it is 1 or below. So if it was 2, it'd still go. If this was 2, it'd still go. If this was 3 and that was 2, this gate is non-passable. So you'd have to get back to 3 to go. Over here we have subtraction. And this isn't a gate, this is actual math. So we have 3 right here, we have a 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 0. If we go to 4, then the answer is 1. I guess we can see that a little more clearly here. If you have 15, let's turn off the 14. So 15, gate 14, it's going to go through even if it was 15. So 15, gate 15 is going to go through. If we had subtraction on at 15, gate 15, doesn't matter if that's on because the higher signal goes through. 15, gate 15 is 0. 15, gate 14 is 1. So 15 will go all the way through, but if you had 14, it won't, because it just can't reach it. Cool beans. Let's go memory. We have the type you'd use for binary. So you got 15 coming in. Any kind of button like that's going to cause a full signal strength. A repeater is going to keep a full signal strength. Comes in here, pops out here. Comparator back in to redstone, and it continues the cycle forever. It will stay on. Action mode, because it's in 15, you need a full 15 to turn it off. So we have a few different designs, and that's the full 15 keeping signal strength. If you were to put a 1 in there, it would go to 15. No matter what signal strength you put in, it goes to 15. If you have 2 next to each other, comparators instead of a repeater, it will keep the signal strength you put in without changing it. So if you put in a 1, it keeps a 1. You could do it sideways like this, like we saw before, comparators facing away from each other. That'll cause this guy to send down, this guy to send up. If they were facing towards each other, then it wouldn't be able to pull up. We saw that in the last video. So here's an example of the analog memory. We have this in subtraction to turn it off. No matter how high we go, it only goes to 8, so we wouldn't really need subtraction, but let's see. 1, 2, 3. Hit the button. So this is off again, because this is getting powered by this torch. The button turns it off for a second, which lets it through, but now that it's not going through, this memory block is activated. This memory block holds 3, and it'll hold 3 until you break one of these 6 blocks here, or push this, which will subtract out the signal long enough for the memory to be shut off. So 3, shut off, 4, turn on, we got 4. Could store memory in a container. I like using pots because no one can mess with them. You can ID an item and stack it to a certain amount. You can only put in one type of item, so you can kind of lock them out unless someone breaks them. Let's see. Here we have locked analog memory. So this is another control panel. It's like 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. As it comes through, oh, this is a subtraction, so you can actually change the numbers even more. So we'll do 2, 3, 4, 5. So 11 minus 5 is going to be 6. When this comes through, because this is going to maintain, here's our memory unit right here. But when this is powered, this memory unit, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this gets sent out by a repeater back to this. So that's going to make it to where if you put in a different signal, it won't go through. So this is locked memory. Once you put in 11 minus 5, so 6. So we got a 6 going in. If I try to do a higher signal, like 15 minus 5 is 10, it won't pass right here. It just can't go through. The only way to shut it off would be to shut off the circuit itself, which would make it to where you can put in a new input. Right here we have a vertical memory unit, kind of backtracking, but 2. Pop it on for a second, it's 2, turn it off. Then we have an extended analog pulse. I looked up how to do clocks. This right here, it's a signal strength of 2, and that will not let this go through until the item hopper is filled enough to count as a container that sends enough signal strength to B2. So this is a gate. So you got 5. We're going to push the button. It's going to send 5. That's up until this fills up enough to shut this guy off, to turn off the memory that sends it through. A little advanced, but here, I'll do an upward view if you want to try to build it yourself. You got a torch here with the button, and that's our turn on. Usually when the button's not compressed, the fire's going through the repeater, which makes it so your signal's not coming through here. Over here we have a torch, and that puts signal strength into the hopper. So once this turns off, because once the circuit's on, this target block's going to pull power into it. It's going to turn off the torch. It's going to make it so this can move to this hopper. And as this circuit's on, this repeater will make it so this hopper cannot move items back. because these are both facing each other. So the signal strength depends, or makes the clock last longer. Sorry, kind of trying to plow through all this. So behind here we have one more device. We have our off within 1, on at 2, all on 3 or greater. So we have a 5 signal strength going through an off, or an either or what is that gate called? An OR gate, like it can't be one, or it can't be both, it has to be one or the other. So we have it in subtraction mode, of course. So at 5, 4, we're doing good because it's within one of each other. 5, 6 signal strength, then this light turns off. If I have 8 signal strength, this light turns off. So this would be like a maybe tennis kind of scoreboard device. And that's about it for everything beyond gold level. We've already gone through all this stuff. So we're going to have to end it here. Next is going to be signal strength, like little diodes to see what your signal strength is, being able to route. It's going to be one of our new words, routing. So let's end it here and we'll get back to it in just a minute.